Damien Vale was not born into wealth. His empire began in a Silicon Valley garage, built from a second-hand computer and a mind that saw patterns in chaos. Code was his language, algorithms his poetry. He disrupted industries, became a billionaire by 30, a legend by 35. Yet in his fortress of luxury, Damien felt only emptiness. The world saw a titan. He saw a man trapped in a gilded cage. He had outmaneuvered every rival, solved every problem money could address. The thrill was gone. Predictability became his hell. He yearned for an equal, a mind that could challenge his own. So, one morning, Damien hijacked the global news cycle. He announced the Vale Challenge, a digital labyrinth, a billion-dollar prize for the first to solve it. The world was electrified. It was more than a contest. It was a psychological experiment, a mirror reflecting the soul of its solver. The puzzles demanded logic, ethics, creativity, empathy. The world's brightest minds scrambled to crack his code. For the first time in years, Damien felt anticipation. The game had begun. In a cramped Brooklyn apartment, Lyra Quinn watched the broadcast. A phantom coder, she thrived in the deep web's shadows. For Lyra, coding was freedom. A way to dismantle barriers of power and privilege. The billion-dollar prize was abstract. The puzzle was the real draw. While teams mobilized, Lyra, under the alias Nyx, approached the challenge with quiet confidence. She saw Damien's logic, the elegant cruelty in his code. The first puzzle, which stumped MIT, fell to her in hours. Her avatar shot to the top of the leaderboard. Damien noticed. Nyx was different, an artist, not a brute force hacker. She solved ethical puzzles with compassion, finding solutions even Damien hadn't imagined. Fascinated, he began tailoring the challenge for her, pushing her beyond code. The contest became a private dialogue between two minds. The world watched the leaderboard. Damien watched her. He knew the game had to move beyond the virtual. As Lyra solved the final digital puzzle, a message appeared. The next stage is not on a screen. I can guide you. Trust is the key. Signed, Elias. Suspicious but intrigued, Lyra followed Elias's cryptic clues into the real world. Catacombs in Paris, a data heist in Geneva, a gala in Tokyo. Elias was her unseen guide, always one step ahead, his logic eerily familiar. Lyra's suspicion grew. Elias's guidance mirrored the Vale Challenge itself. She tested him, probing for his true identity. The line between game and reality blurred. The real challenge became one of trust. Elias pushed her to consider the consequences of her actions, mentoring her beyond the puzzles. The closer she got to the end, the more she realized. The true mystery was not the vault, but the man guiding her there. The final challenge brought Lyra to Vale Industries headquarters. Elias guided her to a stark room and the vault, a black server tower. The last test convinced Janus, the vault's AI, to grant access. But a twist, an imminent cyber attack could be stopped only by sacrificing the source. Elias, save the world and destroy her guide, or let chaos reign. Lyra froze, replaying every clue. Elias's logic, his philosophy, it was Damien's. The test wasn't about cold logic, but about seeing the human behind the puzzle. Lyra refused the binary choice. I will find a third way. A hidden door opened. Damien Vale entered, dressed as Elias. I knew you would, he said. The simulation faded, the test was over. Damien hadn't sought a rival, but a partner who understood him. The final puzzle was never about the money, it was about her. Damien revealed everything: the search for an equal, the elaborate ruse to find a successor. He offered Lyra the billion-dollar prize. She looked at the fortune, then at Damien. The money is a prize, she said. I'm more interested in the game. She declined the transfer, choosing purpose over payment. Together, they dismantled the Vale Challenge and launched the Ethelred Institute, a foundation to solve the world's toughest problems. Their new goal: build an ecosystem of innovation, not an empire of wealth. Their first act, a new challenge, an open invitation for minds everywhere. The screen displayed a single line of code and a question. You have the power to change the world. What will you build? The game had evolved, and now everyone was invited to play.